Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. So I wanted to make a video about why I think Palantir is going to massively surprise on the upside. And I'm very strongly considering buying call options, very short dated, probably $24, $25 strike price. And I'm going to post about it on Twitter. This is of course with money that I'm 100% willing to lose, probably $1,000 to $2,000. Again, this is not investment advice. This is just my research and what I'm going to do. And I just want to talk to you about how I came to this conclusion. Now, my track record, just for full transparency, I've done videos that Palantir is going to blow up in the past, and then Palantir went lower on earnings, and then I did videos that Palantir is going to crash on earnings, and then Palantir went higher. The last time I did a Palantir earnings video, because I normally shoot myself in the foot, it was with Arnie around this time, and both of us saw the same thing, that Palantir reported amazing numbers, and then behind the scenes, if you were looking at what was happening, you could see that the company was doing much better than they reported, and management was sounding insanely confident, and we were seeing an asymmetry that the stock price was not moving basically for 6 months. And funny enough, then we got 2 green days where the stock went up almost 50% in 2 days. And then since then, we have been going down and sideways. And I think the company, again, is doing way better than expected. They're coming out with new products like AIP Now, which is a product that is kind of hard to understand. I just watched CodeStrap's explainer video, and I kind of understand what the product does. What I don't understand is how it makes it life easier for brand new customers who have not been to boot camps. But I guess we will get more explanation on AIP Now from the new boot camps. So there is a ton of boot camps. Management is, more confident than ever. Palantir is just everywhere in the news. They're like closing contracts left, right, and center. And I just want to show you a few things that I have been looking at. So there has been this week an article on Bloomberg, which I don't have access to, but I have access to Arnie's tweeting about Bloomberg. And a few details. Palantir credited bootcamps with helping drive U.S. commercial sales revenue up 70% in the fourth quarter to $131 million. We can't do enough of them, Karp told the analysts in February. So this is from this quarter, right? So this quarter that they're going to report. We're limiting the number of people who come. It's like a rock concert. In a year, the company held last year, the company held more than 500 boot camps, mostly in the second half. This year, Palantir is slated to host an average of 5 boot camps a day. That is nuts. So 5 boot camps a day, if it's every day, I'm assuming it's every day, it's 1,800 boot camps. Palantir currently has 400 something customers, maybe 500. Imagine that they just close 1 customer per bootcamp. Just 1 customer per bootcamp. That means that they're going to get 1,800 new customers this year. I don't know, again, how accurate my numbers are. Maybe some customers need more than 1 bootcamps, but I think closing 1 per bootcamp is a very reasonable assumption. So that's a complete blow up of new customers. Then there is more. Exponential demand. Still, analysts are skeptical, with some saying there's a good reason software companies have always employed troops of salespeople to ensure their products are being understood and adopted properly. They say with the bootcamp method, this is covering it, so it's easier to get it up and running. That's not what we've seen in our checks, said Rishi, managing director of software for RBC Capital Markets. This guy does not get Palantir. He has a ridiculously low price target of like $5 or something. And his conclusion is selling the software through bootcamps is a pipe dream. I'm sorry, this guy is an idiot. So when asked about analyst resistance to the company's strategy, Kawasaki rejected the idea of hiring large sales force for both culture and logistics reasons. We can't target linear growth, he said. The demand is exponential. By exponential, he means that some customers who attend Palantir boot camps can then turn around and host their own events for their own customers. In theory, allowing the model to proliferate indefinitely. So this is just mind-blowing. So not only is Palantir holding 1,800 boot camps this year, it's also that some of their customers can turn around and hold boot camps and try to sell it to their customers. So it's like really an exponential effect on getting new customers. And we know that Palantir takes some time to scale up with customers, because customers buy a use case and then they start using Palantir, then they start getting result, then they're like, oh, we can use it in this part of the company also. Okay, then they buy more from Palantir, and then it spreads through the organization. And AIP, I just saw a tweet, guys. It's exactly 1 year old today. 1 year old. And boot camps, I think this is the third quarter we have boot camps. So the true effects of boot camps is completely unknown to us. All we see is that they're closing customers, that they have to limit people who are coming. They're getting new deals left, right, and center. And Q4 was the first time when you saw that the boot camps were having a direct effect on the top line of Palantir, which is super bullish, because in the past, Palantir they were running like 6 months pilots, which was completely unpaid. And then, management had to decide, and they had like super long sales cycles. And now it seems like the boot camps that they're holding is directly affecting the same quarter that they're holding the boot camps in. But again, the numbers are not fully clear yet. We need the Q1 earnings to bring more clarity. But again, let's just look at what Palantir has reported. So this is from their last earnings report. You can see US customer count was growing 55% year over year to 221. So the reason why I'm showing the US customer count is because in many interviews they're saying that almost all the boot camps are commercial, and almost all of them are in the US because that's where they have the biggest demand. So let's say that they're going to hold 1,500 boot camps this year. And again, they just need to close one customer per boot camp. Then that means that this number at the end of this year is going to be 1,700. Even if it's 1,000, it's an unbelievable increase. Like if you would just put that into this perspective, I mean, the current chart would be this big and all the other charts would be this small. It's incredible, incredible growth. Then this is what they guided for. I plugged it into my model, which is, by the way, available if you are a channel member, $5 a month, or you subscribe on Patreon, also $5 a month. You get the same thing, which is pretty much nothing. You're just supporting me and the channel, so thank you very much if you do. We got 3 members last month, which was very mind-blowing, so thank you guys if you are channel members. So again, if you join, you can download and play around with this valuation model. And here is a quarterly breakout. And I just wanted to show you, they guided for 17% growth and 614 million, okay, 612 to 620 million. I just picked out the middle number. And that's a 17% growth. Now, that's not sexy at all. But I believe that they have the strategy of every quarter from now on, they're going to come out with a beat and they're going to slightly raise the guidance and they're going to play this Wall Street game because, I mean, Karp is getting smarter. But I just want to show you the quarterly growth numbers of Palantir. So you see Q1 2021, the growth was 49%, the year over year growth, and then 49, 36. And this is what I'm trying to show you. Then it kept going down. This is, when we started going into the rising interest rates, everybody was panicking for this recession that never seemed to come. and the growth went down to 13%. That was the bottom. But all this period, in none of these periods did they have boot camps and the current sales strategy. Remember, Palantir was a company who didn't even have a sales force. Okay? So, and now they did the unthinkable and they innovated on something that we thought they would never do, which is their sales strategy. And it seems to be working like insane. And I just want to point out that even without that strategy, they were able to generate 30% growth, even 49% growth. This was granted COVID time. I don't know how real that is, but I think it should be very, very reasonable that we go back to 30-40% growth, and I'm totally expecting that. So if we go back to 30% growth, this number should be 680 million. Now, it might be that this quarter, because as I said, there is a lag in Palantir's acquiring customers and those customers scaling revenue within Palantir. So it might be that they don't do 30% this quarter, even though that's what I'm going to plug into my numbers. So I'm expecting that this quarter they will come out with 680 million. That's right, I said it. But even if they don't come in, but they come in with an insane increase of customers, then you know that this number and this growth is coming, which will lead to a re-evaluation of the stock by Wall Street. And I think that we're going to get another very nice pop. I think there is a chance we go up to $30 after earnings. For sure, we're not going to stay at the current level where we are. $22 was the close when you're watching this video. So that is just my honest opinion. Please let me know in the comments what you think about it. Please make sure you're subscribed to the channel. And if you want, you can support the channel by joining the YouTube membership. And yeah, let me know what you think. Let me know what you do before earnings. Are you buying? Are you trimming? And I'll see you in the next video. Ciao, ciao.